Good afternoon, everyone. Let's start today's session. So today we are taking our session on leave management and attendance register. So the topics we are covering for today is leave management, how to create different types of leaves, attendance, how the admin can mark student attendance, and the different reports we have in attendance register. So the first part is leave management, how admin can create different types of leaves, then how they can assign the leaves to different staff type, and also leave approval. If you can see the image at the side, this shows how our staff can apply leave from their login. And we are going to see how to do the setup of leaves, and how we can also approve or reject any particular leave as an admin. Then after that is attendance, then how admin can mark attendance and how they can view attendance register and different types of reports. So let's begin. So first log into your portal with your school admin access. We'll go to HRM. In HRM, we have to go to apply leave. Now before we actually can go ahead with the leave procedure approval and the second one, we first need to know how to set up a leave, how to set up different types of leaves. So for that, we need to go to leave settings. So first we need to create different leave categories. So let's say I'll create one right now. So I can create casual leave. You can also have different categories according to different staff also. So your casual leave for teachers and your office staff can be different. So you can define that as well. Short key and details. Then if you want to carry forward the leaves, if any leaves that are pending from this year, do you want them to be carry forwarded to next year? Or if you want it to be carry forwarded, then how many years it's supposed to be carry forwarded for? Then let's say any pending leaves I want them to be carry forwarded to 1 year, that is the next year. Then how many leaves are allowed? How many maximum limit of leaves one can take for this particular leave type? For casual leave, let's say 15 leaves. Now over here, you can define whether this leave can be taken in advance. Now, as this is a casual leave, it can be taken in advance. And leave start date. Now, every year, every school has a particular date from which the leaves count starts. So you can define that. Let's say I want it from 15 June and add. So in that way, I have added a casual leave. Now, the same thing, same type, I can also add, let's say, LWP, that is leave without pay. Now, LWP can be common for all your staff types. How many years can it be carry forwarded to? Maximum limit. Now, it can be taken throughout the year. So I'll give 365. Then this is a leave without pay. This leave is leave without pay. So I have to choose that. And how many LWPs they can take? Can unlimited also. And again, start date from when it's supposed to be counted. In this way, I've added 2 leaves. One is casual leave and second is LWP. Now, later on, if you want, you can also change or edit any particular leave. Now, for example, I'm editing the sick leave. Okay. So I can change what I had typed earlier also. How many leaves sick leaves are allowed. whether it can be taken in advance, leave without pay, unlimited leaves. So this depends upon school to school. You can decide how many leaves you are giving. You can also have different leaves for different staff types. Like I said, your office staff CL and your teachers casual leave also might differ. So you can create as many categories as you want. Okay, so I've created 3 categories: sick leave, casual leave, and leave without pay.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
There are a few options here. Can you just explain what all these options are? This leave can be taken in advance and all this. No option.
Yeah. So, okay, the few options over here. Now, this leave can be taken in advance. That means that I can, if for example, I have given this option to casual leave. So someone can take this leave in advance, that is 2 to 3 days before they can apply for that particular leave. It can, that can be taken in advance. Now, leave without pay is that it will be counted.
Hello. Yeah. So basically, if it's a sick leave, then sick leave they won't be able to take in advance. So, and a normal leave like a casual leave, they can apply in advance. That way.
Yes, sir.
Oh, fine. Okay.
Then the leave is leave without pay. That is, it won't be a paid leave. If you have your staff payroll also related to connected to this, it will have an effect on that as well. And unlimited leaves is that leave can be taken for unlimited number of times. So there is no particular limit. If you keep the max limit as 0 and select unlimited, then that leave can be applied as many times as they want.
So now when you have created this year, so suppose for sick leave you have said carry forward 1 year, maximum limit 12. Leave take LWP applicable. No. And casual leave in advance.
So carry forward means if this year I have 15 leaves, casual leaves, I have utilized 7 out of those. And if I have given the carry forward option, then these can be carried forward into next year. If I have any pending leaves, that can be used next year as well.
Basically,
that is carry forward.
First, like as a school, you need to design like what is your leave policies, like how many leaves you want to give to the like staff, and accordingly you need to first create your like the casual leaves, this many sick leaves you'll be giving, and so that is what we need to first define. And there's one option here is leave start date. Scroll down. Yeah, if leave is to pro rata wise. So suppose you want to start from particular date. So on that accordingly, means suppose a monthly there are 4 holidays, then automatically from say annually there are 12, and you are starting in the mid, then automatically it would give assign 6 leaves. That way, this can be done through this. This is first part where you have to create your different kind of leaves.
And over here, second part is assigning leaves to staff type. Now we have created a category called as casual leave for teachers. So I can assign that only to the teaching staff, the assistant teachers. Okay. And number of days applicable, again, I'll keep 15 per year. Yeah. So I've assigned those casually. Now one more I had created was LWP. Leave without pay is automatically.
LWP is automatically assigned. It's not
Yeah, it won't. There is no need of assigning LWP. Okay. Then over here again, if you have different leave types, now let's say I'll create one common. We can assign sick leave. Now let's say if your sick leaves are same for all your staff, then you can select that and you can do select all also. So if your leaves are same for all your staff type, any particular leave is same for all your staff type, again, you can decide how many days, number of days applicable per year and assign. all the leaves that you have assigned, you'll be able to see below. In case if you need to change that, you can do edit option as well. Now, once you have assigned the leaves, assign leaves to staff. Now, if there are any particular staffs that you need to specifically assign for, or any particular staff that you need to edit also for, then let us take the staff type also. Take one. So again, any particular staff type you select, you'll be able to see all the staff that is there in that particular category. And if any particular leave that you want to change, if it's assigned to that staff but you want to change, then you can change and edit over here for any particular staff also. So any particular staff you feel that you need to reduce the leaves for, you can do that manually from assign leaves to staff. Then after that is late mark. Then late mark, then late mark is how many late marks are allowed per month. Then if you have biometric attendance and staff shifts, according to that you can set late marks for all your staff shifts, and based on that then you can decide how many leaves late days are allowed per month. And if it passes above that there are 3 late marks allowed and a particular staff has more than 3 late marks, then which particular leave it's supposed to deduct from. So more than those particular late marks, automatically that one leave will be deducted for that staff. So for here, we have put a setting that we have allowed 3 late marks per month. And if a staff does more than 3 late marks, automatically one leave will be deducted from casual leave for that particular staff. Now, transfer leaves. We had an option over here that whether we want to carry forward. Again, we have an option over here whether we want to transfer the leaves to the next year. Now, you can keep only current year leaves or carry forward previous year's leave to current year leaves. Now, if there are any leaves that are last year, you want to carry those forward to current year, then you can select this particular option and update. And SMS and email setting. Now, whenever a leave is applied, a notification can be given to the admin or even to a principal or management staff. You can add your numbers and emails over here, and automatically a mail or a number SMS you'll receive stating that this particular staff has applied for a leave. So that's the basic setup required for creating different types of leaves categories, then assigning the leaves to staff, and then individually assigning leaves to individual staff. Late mark, transfer leaves, and SMS email setting. Now, after this is the actual placing of the leave, how you can apply for a leave. Now over here also, let's say that particular staff does come directly to you. Then you do have an option over here. I'll just refresh this way, that you can put their application from here itself. Or you have an apply leave list where any of your employee, if they apply for a leave, you'll be able to see the leave list of the application. So as they apply from their own logins, you'll be able to see all the leaves that they have applied for. Each leave, whenever it's applied, you can either approve it, reject it, or cancel it. If it's applied by mistake, one particular faculty says that I've applied for mistake, you can cancel that particular leave. If you feel that the leave cannot be granted at that particular time, you can also reject that particular leave. So that's about how to create different leave types and how you can approve or reject a particular leave. So if you have any doubts regarding leave, we can see that now, or then I'll show you the leave reports, how leave reports are supposed to look like. Now we'll move ahead to how leave reports are supposed to look like. So if you want to take a report, then
Can
you need
we,
to go.
hello, can
Yes,
we
sir.
look at how teachers can apply for leave through the mobile app?
Mobile app. Yes. So second, I'll share my screen from my phone. So from teachers login, you can go open any particular login. You can open your login. We do have an option to apply leave. I can select the leave. Then I can see the count of leaves that I have. Now it depends with the start date and end date. Now start date is when I'm planning to take that leave. As this is a casual leave, I can take that in advance. Okay. Now if it was a half day, then it will become from session 1 to session 1. So that means I'm taking a half day for 17th. If I'm taking a full day, then it will be session 1 to session 2. Then I'll enter a reason. Let's say if you're taking a sick leave, you also have an option to upload a file, that is medical certificate or any other kind of document that is mandatory for taking a leave. You can upload that file also along with it. I'll just upload a picture right now. Okay. So now my leave application has been sent, and in leave history, I can check all the applications that I have sent. Now, if I want to check only the pending ones, over here I can select pending, and now I can see the one that I have sent now. If I want to see all the applications that I have sent before and the status of each application and also the reason. Now we'll move to the admin side to check how the application looks
Can we
like.
check on admin mobile app? This
Admin mobile app.
leave is there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, it's there. So over here, there is an option of leave list. So as an admin, I can also check from my app itself. Now the one which we had applied from teacher side, I can see the leave when it is there, how many number of leaves are applied, what are the reasons, and over here also I can directly approve or reject that particular leave. And if I want to reject also, I can also type a reason.
So one more thing on the dashboard, just go to dashboard back. So
A red dot came before.
red dot came. So log in for the first time or refresh it. I don't know how to refresh it. But when we come here for the first time, you can go outside, check it up, go back and. This is an admin app, and so directly as a principal or as a director, you can have this app installed. So if anyone is applying for leave, you can directly check it, what all leaves are there. I think it comes for the first time.
Comes only for the first time.
First time.
So,
when there's a new leave applied, already we have checked that leave, so it's not coming. So yeah, so you go to leave list and you can see the leaves applied.
One more. Apply one more just to show you how you can check. Right, log in again. See, a red dot comes like this. So you know that there is some pending leave that you need to check, or any new leave. If any new leave is applied, you'll be able to see the red dot. So you can open, you can see the leave that is there. You can decide what you want to do.
We need to drag to the right side to check all the leaves that are pending. And this gives you log of all the leaves that has been applied and approved and rejected.
You can simply scroll like this.
Same thing on the admin login. On the web login also you will get this, and you can approve it, reject it, same. So any queries till now, like how to? So basically, there is, you can say this is into three parts. I'm giving option to unmute. Yeah, I've given option to unmute. Yeah, Mr. Guru, sir, you can unmute and you can ask your query. So basically, this is into three parts. First part is deciding, creating your packages of leave and all this. Second part is applying leaves day to day, working on it, applying it, approving it, rejecting the leaves. And third part is the reporting part. So
now
two parts we have covered. Yes, you're saying something?
Yes, sir. Can we move ahead with reports?
Okay, so any queries on this first two parts covered? How to create packages, or how to create leave, different kind of leaves? Any query if you have, you can ask us.
Deepak sir, here one question.
Yes.
Suppose this admin application we actually allowed to download for admin as well as for the principal also.
Okay.
Okay. So suppose a teacher has applied for the leave, so whom is going to sanction these leaves? Either this admin person or the principal, or it will be get reflected in our system that who has been sanctioned these leaves, particular person, because in some schools there are number of administration persons are there.
I understand, but it would be defined. Na? Internally, it would have been decided ki, as a like who is going to give the leave, apply for, so in this also what would happen is, suppose teaching staff would be there, then that would come under admin, or under under principal, or if there are some might be this also there's a divided in this. So accordingly, under whom the staff is, they can apply those leaves. They can, they can approve the leaves of those staff.
Okay, you mean first upon school has to confirm that whom is going to sanction these leaves? Any one
Right,
particular
right,
person.
right, right, right. So, any other queries? Mr. Google, sir, you have any query? Your hand is raised. If you have any query, you can unmute and ask.
Hello,
Yeah,
good afternoon to all.
good afternoon, sir.
I have one query about add type of the leave into our application. We
Yes.
can see sick leave and casual leave.
Right.
So apart from these two leaves, from the January 1981, Rule 76, Para 3, and February 1995, some other leaves which were assigned for the government teachers are also allowed to be followed, or
This you can create categories as ever whatever we want. We have just to show you sample that these two categories. So you can create 10 different categories or however whatever categories you want, you can create it. So there's no restriction. This is just two we have shown you as a sample. So if you want to add third as a other category or any other category, you can just add it and you can create it.
those categories which I'm talking about the government categories, they are paid leaves, and those leaves are for nearly 6 months to year. For example, maternity leave, paternity leave, child adoption leave, study leave, study tour leave. Those leaves are so lengthy, 6 months, 14
So
months.
this is for day-to-day usage. That is what you can define. Na? Okay, this is on paid leave. So that is not, or you can assign that staff. You can create that leave, maternity leave for say 90 days. You can create a maternity leave for 90 days and assign it to that staff.
So there was an option that how many days, session 1 to session 2. In that case,
that is if you want for half day. See, that is a provision. If you want for half day, you can define for, you can have a holidays for 10 days also, 20 days, 90 days, 160 days, however you want, you can create it.
So session 1 to session, how many days or
If,
how many
no. Session 1 to session 2 was for if you there's a requirement for half day. The few
So in
schools they
case
have a requirement.
months, if we want to add months, how can we?
So you have to define in days, na here. Here you can define days. How many days that holiday you want? 90 days, 180 days, or whatever.
Okay, will it come in the advanced category? Advanced leave category?
Whatever you define it, you can, yeah, if you want, you can, this leave can be taken in advance, you can define it as an advance.
Because that would not be in advanced category in case of lengthy, more than 6 months.
So then you can remove that. So that's what I'm telling you. This is all customized. If you don't want advance, you can remove advance. If you want advance, you can keep advance.
Okay. Also, I think I have missed 2 to 3 minutes session. I joined late due to the coverage problem. So would you again, please, I request you to please explain how to create a category of leave.
Viva, can you just explain in brief how categories to be created?
Okay, please.
Yes. So you have to go to leave, and from leave you have to go to leave settings, or you can directly go from settings to leave settings and type in the leave name. Now, for example, we have done maternity leave in this case. Then you can also give it a short form if you want. If you have any details to write about the leave, you can specify over here in details. Then number of carry forward years, how many years it can, in case for a casual leaves, certain schools have that if the leaves are not used in this year, they can be carried forwarded to the next year. So you can decide that. By default, it's 0. If you want to carry forward instead of 0, you can decide how many years the leave can be carried forwarded to. In this case, I don't think so it can be carried forwarded. But then again, after that, you can choose how many maximum days that leave can be taken for, and what type of it is, whether it can be taken in advance, whether this is a leave without pay, whether it is an unlimited leave. So whichever type it is, you can choose accordingly. Or if you don't, it's not either of this, you can keep it blank also. And leave start date, that it counts yearly, so you have to decide from which date it's supposed to start the leave. So if you're like sir said, if there are annual 12 leaves and you start from mid-year, then it will automatically count it as 6. So you can decide at what particular date you want it to start the leave year from, and add. So that's how you can, one second, then need to assign again. So if the screen is idle for a long time, it automatically signs out. So again.
Yeah, I think it's you have defined. Okay, any other query regarding how to create leave packages?
Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
There, tab is there, leave without pay. I'm talking about leaves with pay.
This
So
is
that's
if you
what I'm saying,
select this
sir.
tab, then only it will be considered as without pay. If you do not
No,
select this, it will be considered as paid leaves.
Acha, so something should be there, like in the report to the admin, there should be some highlighting point
It's
or line
automatically
should be
calculated.
generated.
It's
That it is
automatically
with
done.
pay
It's
or
automatically
without pay.
done. It's automatically done when we are creating a category. It's automatically defined. So once you create a category and when you take a leave against that category, it's automatically not calculated as holiday at that time. So it's we'll show you in reporting part how does it work. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
So it is related. If it is clarified here, so it will be easy for the.
So in reporting part we'll
part.
show you now. We'll show it in reporting partner. That is part of reporting. What you asked is
What I
about
think, acha, ठीक है.
reports.
Oh, we'll see that.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Thank you. Okay. Any other query? Fine. Yeah. Then we'll proceed further to reporting.
So in HRM reports, or even if you go directly to reports, they have signed out again. So in reports, if you go to HRM reports, leave reports, if I select, okay, if I want to see the report for only one particular staff, I can check for one particular staff, or I can do select all. Again, if I want to select one particular category also, I can select. If I want to just check the casual leaves, I can select that also. So I'll be able to see the leaves. Now in this particular case, for each staff, I'll be able to see how many leaves were applied, how many are available, how many are balanced, how many are used, and the end date. It will be according to, now I can see all the leaves that are applied throughout the years from 17, 19 to 21. And I can see how much they have applied for, they have used for.
Hello.
Yes, sir. I'm opening the sample leaf also. So how that's also supposed to look like. Printout is supposed to look like. So like I said, if you already have a machine attendance, then it can also be integrated with that, the late mark and the remark, and the staff leave used and balance report.
So that this reports you can show on system, right? On system.
Yes, sir. I have actually shown in system.
This is one report. There are other reports as well.
Okay. I'll again go to and leave reports. I'm able to see the sir.
Hello. Huh?
Yes, sir. This is the leave
So
report.
this we have already seen. The other reports,
Yes, sir.
monthly reports and all that.
In HRM reports, sir, I think there's only leave report.
The one you opened right now, the other reports.
Those were, sir, for this in time, out time. That is, if the machine is used.
This report, or like, but monthly report, monthly.
This one, monthly attendance. It is monthly attendance in and out linked to biometric device.
Okay.
So if a biometric device is used, then we can have this report.
But then this monthly reports are there, no? How many leaves are taken and on month wise?
No, actually, in our leave reports, 1 second, I'll open again. So it depends
Also
upon attendance and then leave reports. In leave reports, I can select which type of category I want to see for a year, throughout the year.
Also in payroll, there is a leave, no? Payroll.
Payroll, yeah. I can select the dates. Payroll settings, I can define it. Over here, we can see working
No,
days.
don't go to settings.
And leave settings.
Directly open that reports, no? Payroll reports.
Payroll reports.
In payroll, there is a attendance, no? You can calculate monthly attendance and all that in payroll.
Okay, okay. Okay, then that's it.
Something opening.
Yes, yes, I'm opening. But it's staff attendance only. In payroll reports also, I'm able to see the staff attendance. And that attendance again depends upon the machine. If it's linked to machine, then if it's
Can you just all are not machine related. Few are without machine as well. Reports. Can you open these reports?
So I'm able to see for last month, but I don't think it was used for the last month. So last 12 months. If this was machine-based school, then there will be.
What you have done is you have done show all and 12 months. So it's a lot
Yes,
of
it's
data.
selected last 12 months. So
Should have at least-
1 month, if I'm selected, I'm able to see NA because it's not taken for.
So there's no data here.
But this school does.
So here basically you will get the data of like present, absent, and leaves of a particular staff month-wise.
I'm not able to select academic year. It comes up according to the current year.
Okay, fine.
But last year, I don't think it was.
Yeah,
used.
fine. What's next on this? Anything? What's further?
No, sir. Leaves. That's all. How to create leaves, how to apply, and how to check. The next is attendance.
What attendance?
How to mark attendance and how to check attendance.
Attendance for what? Staff or for students?
Students.
Any query on this? First, let's finish this up. So basically, this is connected to a payroll management. Can you just? I don't know. Means there's a lot of. So this is, you can directly, when you're generating a payroll, you can use this leaves and accordingly you can calculate staff salary as well. So this is all connected to payroll also. And if you are using a biometric device, so it would automatically give you in time, out time, and if it's a late, you can see it as a red mark. And so this is how automatically all these attendance reports are generated, like present days, absent days. So you can directly link this to your attendance. So if you have connected a biometric device, so automatically this kind of reports will be generated to the portal. Okay.
We can move ahead to attendance.
Okay.
1 minute. So now first is attendance. So I'll just click on attendance and come to attendance management. Now in attendance management, like I said, admin can mark attendance for any particular class or section for that particular day. So I can select any class. And I can, over here, I'll just select the absent students. So as this is a holiday, it's coming red, but if you do mark attendance, it will be in green. Example. I can see the list of all the absent students and I can simply click on upload. Now this is the attendance for the whole day. Now, if you have marked attendance for that particular day, again, if I want to come and change it or have any changes to it, I can again select that. Anytime an attendance is marked, automatically it will show green on the calendar. If there is any defined holiday, it will come as blue. We have covered that in the holiday record, but I'll again go over it. Then machine attendance, if you have a machine linked to it, may that be biometric or face AI, you'll get a machine attendance from here, machine attendance record. Then holiday record. Over here, you can define weekly holidays or you can define your definite holidays. Now, there are few holidays that might be vary from section to section, or it might be all common for all sections. Now, for let's say if I want to create a holiday, automatically, yes, sir, we have
already covered. You can directly go to how to lecture-wise attendance was one query.
So lecture wise attendance also, if for that before we need to do a setup for lecture wise attendance, we need to get that activated and have lecture wise attendance, then only it will reflect over here.
Have you done it or not? Is it activated or not?
I do have activated for so if for that first we need to activate lecture wise attendance, then only for each lecture you can take individual attendance. Now lecture wise attendance, once it's activated and set up, then after that admin can check for each particular class or division how many lectures are there, and for each lecture they can mark attendance. Same procedure is same. I simply have to select all the absent students and click on submit. Now, once I have taken attendance, the tab will change to update attendance from take attendance. So I know I have taken attendance, but in case I have to update anything, then I can select and update.
So now currently, if you require that to take lecture wise attendance from teacher login, web login, teachers can do it. On mobile app, it's not there. So on the web login, teachers can do lecture wise attendance. Okay, yeah, and so and do you have these reports? How the lecture wise attendance reports? Do we have that part?
Have the reports.
So these reports, I think we've already covered normal attendance reports.
Lecture wise, sir, I think we do have a setup for that also, for the lecture wise attendance report. Because if I'm trying for the sign for this class. So again, there's a setup required, which is done from our side after activation for screen sharing window has been stopped. I don't know. Activation for my browser closed up for some reason. So if I take attendance for this particular class, and I can go to attendance report, refresh. I think so. It requires some sort of activation step that I might be missing, but it is there.
Okay, fine, no problem.
No, so I think I got what I did wrong. Manual lecture-wise attendance. So I was actually going to lecture-wise attendance reports. So that will come again. It's supposed to come under manual lecture-wise attendance reports. So if I click on manual lecture-wise attendance reports and I select a date and time, then I can get a report that is marked for lecture-wise attendance. And if I want to check any report between two dates for any particular 2 dates it's marked against any particular 2 dates, then I can check for that as well. So I can check a report, a detailed report like this also from this particular date.
This is a good where you'll get the subject name, percentage, like it shows the total number of lectures, how many was present percentage. So automatically this report would give you how many lectures that student was present for. Okay. And also you can show this if you're using online timetable, from there also you automatically get when the student joined the session and that. So you go to online
session
timetable.
log. Session log. Session log. Session logs. For session logs, give me a minute. So share my screen. So if I go to timetable, now in timetable, every teacher also has in her own login. There is 2 logs. So one, basically the one sir was referring for that you can also consider for marking attendance is the student session log. So we do have date wise, teacher wise, subject wise, time wise. So I can select any particular date I want. Okay, because now there won't be any lectures currently. So I will just take a old date. And I can see all the lectures that happened for that particular day. And for any lecture that I want, I can, for example, this particular lecture, if I'm marking attendance for, let's say, 6th standard, and for this particular science lecture, I want to see how many students were joined. So if I do click on details, I can see the joining time of each and every student. And also, I can take a printout of this. And based on that, I can mark my lecture-wise attendance also. So this can also help you in marking your lecture-wise attendance. Okay, so about I think we covered 2 points about attendance today. One was how you can mark attendance. Now, first, the attendance we saw was for day-wise attendance. The second is lecture-wise attendance. Now, as the classes are online, usually lecture-wise attendance is used. Once you have set up an online timetable and the lecture-wise attendance is option is there, you can select a class and date you want to mark that attendance for, and you can take attendance. You can mark all the students who are absent. You can also refer to the log. That's the start log. So you know how many students joined in that session. And for every time the teacher marks attendance, now this I'm showing from the admin side, teachers also do have an option in their web login where they can mark lecture-wise attendance. Every time an attendance is marked, for that, if you go to attendance reports, In attendance reports, there is the manual lecture-wise attendance. Manual lecture-wise attendance. Then over here, you can choose a date for which you have marked. Now let's say select the date, select the class, and you'll be able to see a attendance that is marked for that particular class. Now this is for geography and this is for English. So two different subjects. And same way, if you want to see from in between dates, you can also check that as well. So it will show you subject wise. And you can also get a percentage. And you can take a print out of that. Okay, so I think we have clear. We have taken both leave, how to create leaves and how to check leave reports. And after that, attendance, various reports we have covered in the last session, but we do have different types of reports for attendance. And in today's session, we have just covered manual attendance, lecture-wise attendance, and the lecture-wise attendance reports. So any doubts you can ask, or any other doubt also you can ask. If you have any general doubt also you can ask. Participants, any queries?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Sir, if no queries, can we conclude the session?
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you everyone for attending the session. And if you do have any queries, you can reach us out at support@prisons.in.
Thank you.
Thank you and have a nice day.